I'm sure you've heard the news. The day the sky fell changed everything. But what the aliens didn't realize, Earth wasn't just speaking to them. Whisper, she was speaking to you too. And if you leave now, you'll never know why. The attack began with fire, not warning. In a single heartbeat, the world we knew was set ablaze, the familiar night sky replaced by a hellish glow. There was no time to prepare, no chance to say goodbye. One moment, the sky was blue. The next it was torn by silent obsidian ships, wounds and daylight. Their arrival was as sudden as it was absolute, blotting out the sun and casting the world into unnatural shadow. They hovered, then unleashed crimson pillars that erased cities in an instant. The beams carved through concrete and steel, as if they were paper, leaving nothing but scorched earth and silence in their wake. Paris, London, Tokyo, gone in a breath. Humanity's monuments became dust. The symbols of our civilization, painstakingly built over centuries, were reduced to memories in seconds. Panic swept the globe. Our weapons were useless. People ran through streets choked with smoke and debris, searching for loved ones, for shelter, for any sign of hope. Fighter jets and nuclear arsenals dissolved against invisible shields. The world's mightiest armies were rendered powerless, their bravest pilots lost in flashes of light. The alien fleet was an extinction event, not an invasion. They came not to conquer but to erase, to overwrite the very existence of humanity. No communication, no demands, just efficient erasure. Their silence was more terrifying than any threat, a cold indifference to our suffering. On the ground, chaos reigned. There was nowhere to run. Streets became mazes of rubble and fear, every corner echoing with the cries of the lost. The invaders targeted cities, infrastructure, and military bases with chilling precision. Power grids failed, bridges collapsed, and the world's networks fell silent. Broadcasts showed only static or glimpses of the end. The news became a litany of loss, then faded into white noise. A news anchor vanished mid-broadcast, consumed by light. The world watched in horror as the last voices of reason were silenced. The message, our history, art, and triumphs were ending. Libraries and museums, once guardians of our legacy, became pyres for forgotten dreams. Humanity's spirit broke, hope shattered before overwhelming power. In shelters and ruins, people clung to each other, their faces etched with disbelief and sorrow. We learned we were not the main characters, barely a footnote. Our stories, our struggles, seemed insignificant beneath the shadow of annihilation. Tenants of a world we never understood, we huddled in darkness, awaiting silence. The only comfort was the presence of others, the shared fear that bound us together. We believed it was the end of the world. We were wrong. The silence that followed was not peace, but the breath before something new. It was the beginning of its defense. The earth itself seemed to resist, as if awakening from a long slumber, refusing to surrender. The sky burned, the ground trembled, and humanity watched, powerless. Yet in the ashes a question lingered: could we endure? The world's story was being rewritten, not by us but by something far older. Ancient forces, long dormant, seemed to stir beneath the chaos. As the fires raged, a new chapter began, one we never imagined. The dawn that followed was not one of hope, but of reckoning. The day the sky fell was not our last. Against all odds, some survived, bearing witness to the world's transformation. It was the first day of Earth's awakening. In the ruins, the faintest glimmer of resilience remained, waiting for its moment to rise. Just as despair peaked, the attack stopped. The world, battered and breathless, waited for the next blow that never came. For a moment, time itself seemed to hesitate, as if the universe was holding its breath. The crimson beams ceased, the obsidian ships froze in the sky. Their engines, once a constant roar, now silent, cast long shadows over the city below. A heavy, expectant silence fell, not peace, but the calm before a storm. The air was thick with tension, every heartbeat echoing in the emptiness. Survivors peered out, confusion replacing fear. They searched for meaning in the stillness, wondering if this was mercy or a new kind of threat. Why had the invaders stopped? There were no demands, no signals. Radios crackled with static, televisions flickered with nothing but empty channels. The silence was more terrifying than destruction. It pressed in from all sides, a suffocating blanket that made every sound, every breath, seemed deafening. The earth itself seemed to hum, a deep, ancient thrum felt in the bones. It was as if something beneath the surface was stirring, awakening from a long slumber. Seismographs registered a rhythmic pulse from the planet's mantle, artificial, deliberate. Scientists exchanged worried glances, realizing this was no natural quake. The planet was waking up. Something ancient and powerful was rising, and its presence could be felt in every trembling stone and shifting shadow. The invaders sensed it, shifting from confidence to caution. Their formations wavered, their weapons hesitated, as if they too feared what was coming. They scanned oceans and continents, searching for the source. Their technology probed every corner of the globe, desperate for answers. They had come to swat a fly, but had kicked a hornet's nest. Now the hunters had become the hunted, and fear crept into their ranks. Humanity became spectators, caught between two colossal forces. We watched, powerless, as the fate of our world was decided above our heads. Our technology was irrelevant, our armies obsolete. The weapons we once trusted now seemed like relics, useless against the scale of what was unfolding. The silence stretched thick with threat. Every second felt like an eternity, the world suspended on the edge of the unknown. The war for our world was about to begin. But we were not the soldiers. We were witnesses to a conflict far greater than ourselves, waiting for the first move in a battle we could barely comprehend. Earth's response began in the ocean's depths, where silence had reigned for eons. In these shadowy trenches, life and mystery have always intertwined. But now, something unprecedented stirred. In the Mariana Trench, the seafloor glowed with geometric light, pulsing to the planet's heartbeat. The patterns were unlike anything seen before, mathematical, deliberate, as if the Earth itself was sending a message. Something vast rose, a megastructure, ancient and iridescent. Not of flesh, but of unknown metal. Its surface shimmered with colors never seen by human eyes, hinting at a technology far beyond our own. A spire broke the surface, silent and towering. It stood as a sentinel, unyielding against the crashing waves and howling winds, radiating a quiet power. All over the world, identical spires emerged, forming a global network, each one connected by invisible threads of energy, their presence undeniable and awe-inspiring. The alien fleet reacted, firing crimson beams at the spires. Their assault was relentless, determined to break through this new defense. This time, energy domes absorbed the attacks, growing brighter, feeding on the enemy's fire. The more the invaders struck, the stronger the shields became, as if the planet was learning and adapting in real time. The spires were not built, they were grown, geological extensions of a planetary consciousness. They pulsed with life, ancient and wise, as if Earth itself had awakened from a long slumber. Earth was not just a rock, it was an ark, a fortress. Its true nature had been hidden beneath layers of stone and water, waiting for the moment it was needed most. Its defenses were now online, ancient systems awakening with a hum that resonated through the planet's core. Humanity had mapped the ocean floor, blind to the weapon beneath. Our greatest technologies had only scratched the surface of Earth's secrets. The planet was alive and it was fighting back. Every pulse of energy was a declaration. Earth would not surrender. The invaders' confidence faltered as their weapons powered Earth. Their own energy was turned against them, forcing them to reconsider their assault. The world we thought we knew revealed its true nature. Landscapes shifted, hidden structures emerged, and humanity watched in awe and fear. The defense had only just begun. Earth's awakening was far from over, and the true battle for the planet's future was about to unfold. The spires revealed Earth's secret history, energy channeled into systems beneath the surface. Land shifted, revealing vast hangars. Inside, a fleet not of human design but of fossilized wood, crystal, and organic polymers. These ships were the legacy of a civilization predating humanity. The architects had turned the planet into a weapon, sacrificing themselves for its survival. Humanity was not the first intelligent life here. Mass extinctions were not all natural. Some were battles, some tests. Dinosaurs were the first line of defense. Their extinction triggered a technological solution. The spires, hangars, and fail-safes were built for this moment. Humanity was part of the system, a biological trigger. Our civilization was the alarm, designed to draw predators. We were the bait, our near extinction a function, not a tragedy. The architect's plan was unfolding. The planet's true defense was only now revealed. We were never alone in shaping Earth's fate. The ultimate revelation was in the sky. The moon began to change. It was not a natural satellite but the largest weapon in the solar system, placed by the architects. Cracks glowed blue, revealing weapon emplacements and power conduits. The dark side opened, exposing vast emitters. The moon was preparing to fire. The alien fleet panicked, scrambling to escape. The moon's gravity trapped them, herding them into a killing field. The architects had weaponized celestial mechanics. The moon was not just a gun, it was a shepherd. Humanity watched, realizing we had misunderstood our closest companion. The sword above us was finally drawn. The invaders had nowhere to run. The final phase of Earth's defense was about to begin. The moon's first shot was a wave of pure gravitational force, silent, invisible, devastating. Obsidian ships twisted, ruptured, and vanished in flashes of light. The spires on Earth fired next, projecting a shimmering blue shell around the planet. It was a lens, focusing sunlight into a beam brighter than 1,000 suns. The beam struck the alien fleet, ships sublimated into plasma. The invaders tried to flee, but the moon's gravity collapsed their escape routes. Ships were crushed or lost to unknown dimensions. The battle ended in minutes. The sky cleared, leaving only dust. Earth and moon had become a single, unstoppable weapon. The invaders' confidence was their undoing. The system's true power was now undeniable. Humanity watched, awestruck and terrified. The threat was gone, but the cost and the warning remained. With the invaders gone, Earth broadcast a new signal, not to us, but to the cosmos. It was a warning, a demonstration of power. The message showed the invasion, the awakening, and the annihilation of the fleet. Its meaning was clear: this world is protected. Humanity is a component of its defense, a trigger. An attack on us is an attack on the system. The response you witnessed is Tier 2. The implication: we are not the masters, but the doorbell. Our civilization is a lure, a living tripwire. The architects designed it so any threat would reveal itself by attacking us. Our survival is incidental to the planet's defense. We are sensors, not conquerors. The universe had been warned. Our place in the cosmos had changed forever. The battle's aftermath left humanity in shock. The spires and moon retreated, but their existence could not be forgotten. We lived atop a dormant god of war. Earth was now a known threat, marked with a cosmic warning. The race to the stars became a quest to understand our own system. Who were the architects? What secrets remained? Science turned inward, seeking answers in geology and astronomy. We were safe, but also prisoners, trapped by a defense system beyond our control. Any attempt to leave might trigger the system. The silence from the stars was now one of respect and fear. No one would bother Earth again soon. Our freedom was an illusion, our safety, a cage. The universe would never see us the same way. The planetary message ended with a chilling detail. The response was called Tier 2. What was Tier 1, and what came after? The final words. Further aggression will be met with the activation of Protocol Omega. No explanation, just the threat of ultimate finality. Was it a self-destruct, a galactic weapon, or something worse? The architects had built a fortress with a scorched earth policy. We were protected by power we could not control. The true trial was yet to come. The greatest secrets of Earth were still waiting to be discovered. If you want to uncover more of Earth's mysteries, make sure to subscribe and join us for the next